March 13th, 1952, San Francisco Civic Auditorium.
This will be the feature attraction of the evening. 15 rounds for the middleweight championship of the world. Introducing in the red corner at 157 1/2 pounds, wearing white trunks, the middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. In the blue corner at 159 1/2 pounds, wearing blue trunks, Carl Bobo Olson. The referee, Jack Downey.
Referee Jack Downey issues final instructions. And in a moment, round one of this scheduled 15-round title bout. Champion Sugar Ray Robinson in white trunks has had a long layoff. This is his first fight since he regained the middleweight title from Randy Turpin on September 12, 1951, by a 10-round knockout. Olson employs a windmill style of fighting. The 23-year-old challenger likes to keep punching, likes to get in close, where he can unleash combination punches to the head and body. Combinations, you know, are blows thrown in quick sequence. Sugar Ray depends on a variety of punches combined with masterful footwork. Robinson has often been called the dancing master because of his deft maneuvering. If you watch his feet, you'll notice that he's always up on his toes and moving constantly. Challenger Olson will carry the fight to the champion. You'll see Robinson using his left hand accurately as he counters the unorthodox style of the challenger. Since Bobo is the heavier man, he'll make full use of his advantage at close quarters as he tries to maneuver Robbie into a corner. Later, when we move to ringside in round two, you'll see Olson's rhythmic movements and his peculiar crab-like shuffle. This is Sugar Ray's 135th fight. He's won 88 of his 134 fights by the knockout route. Olson has fought only 46 times, winning 21 bouts by KO. Robinson holds a tremendous edge in ring experience, but at 31, he's getting on in years. Olson is only 23. Many ring experts predicted that Robinson would tire in the late rounds. However, he's rated a favorite to retain his middleweight crown. Olson and Robinson have met before. On October 26, 1950, Robinson knocked out the Honolulu brawler in the 12th round. But Olson has since gained much in ring savvy, and tonight you'll see him a much improved fighter. Watch Robbie open up with a blazing two-fisted attack. Sugar Ray is adept at firing a variety of punches from any angle. This title bout was originally scheduled for December of 1950, but Robinson found it necessary to postpone it 3 times. Robinson and Olson trying to solve each other's style as we near the end of round one. In round two, Olson will continue to move in on Robinson, but the champion will land the heavier punches as he steps up the pace. Watch Olson pull back as Ray tries a right to the body. Olson is a good defensive fighter. He's a master at rolling with a punch, and his midsection is usually well protected. Keep watching and you'll see Olson pick off Robinson's left hook. Bobo is a master at deflecting a punch. He usually can get an arm or a glove in the way of a blow. And at close quarters, he can tie a man up thoroughly. Robinson showed signs of slipping when he lost and then regained his title in the Turpin bouts. But Bobo is on his way up. He's a determined, methodical workman who can really take a punch. Olson in black trunks looking for an opening to land his chopping punches. But the cunning Robinson doesn't present a steady target to the challenger. Now watch Olson tighten his defense as Robinson tries a right to the body. The spectators can sense that Olson shows no fear of Robinson. The champion is famous for his ability to throw punches from any angle. Watch. Watch Sugar roll with his right-hand punch by Olson. Robinson has a keen sense of anticipation. He apparently senses when a punch is coming. Olson is trying to equalize Robinson's longer reach by staying at short range so he can land his own punches. Here you see Olson's crab-like shuffle and constant hand motions. Olson about to land a right-left combination, but Robinson shows no signs of being hurt. Bobo's punches carry little steam individually, but their cumulative effect can be devastating. Watch Robinson try two lefts and a right, but you'll see Olson slip the blows and move back in to fire his own salvos. Now, in the final seconds of round two, Robinson cuts loose with a two-fisted attack. Challenger Bobo Olson in black trunks will face a still faster champion in round three. But it's apparent that Robinson will have to use all his wiles against this aggressive title seeker. Olson giving Robinson little rest as he moves in, but Bobo finds little to shoot at. Coming up, a good left hook by Robinson. That's one of Sugar Ray's most damaging punches. Watch how Robinson brings up his arms in a defensive measure and then ties up Bobo. The referee tonight is Jack Downey. Olson pressing now at short range, cannot find a weak spot in Ray's defense. Keep watching and you'll see Olson block Robbie's left hook. Again, the champion's punches land on arms and elbows as Olson goes into his defensive shell. Bobo has been quite successful at tying up Sugar Ray. Olson still trying to stay at short range. In close, Bobo uses his extra weight to full advantage. The young challenger in black trunks has a reputation for fighting the full 3 minutes of every round. Olson is in great condition. He has powerful arms and broad shoulders that generate the power for his brawling style. Watch Bobo crowd in, trying to slip through Ray's defense, but the champion ties up the challenger. If you watch Robinson's left, you'll see him slam to the body and then the head. That's called doubling up, and Robinson is a master of the art. Sugar Ray's flashing speed and agility have contributed to his reputation as the best pound-for-pound fighter of the era. Watch Robinson bob and roll with Olson's punches. And seconds later, Ray unleashes a short body attack, but the blows land on Bobo's elbows. Now here's Robbie missing the elusive Olson. Here comes a chopping right by Olson, seconds before the bell. Watch Sugar Ray toss a hard lead right to the head. That's called a lead right because there wasn't any jab or hook preceding it. The champion likes to surprise an opponent with hard rights to the jaw. That one was a little high. Now watch Olson miss the lead right. And seconds later, he'll try again. But Robbie flares back and ties up the aggressive challenger. Keep a sharp eye for Olson's quick combination. It's sometimes difficult to spot Olson's punches because they are delivered from short range and often are hidden by Bobo's body and shoulders. Next, you'll see Robinson punch his way out of close quarters, scoring with a hard left hook. Sugar Ray prefers to fight at long range, in direct contrast with Olson's style. See how Olson blunts the power of Robinson by keeping low and close? Very often, Bobo forces Ray to punch down. Try punching down at an object. You'll find you can generate little power. Robinson needs this fight because of his long period of inactivity. And the challenger is proving to be a tough competitor. Olson keeps in top condition by jogging along the beaches. Olson about to pound a left to the body that will sting Robinson into action. The champion unleashes quick flurries after getting tagged. Olson set to throw a hard right. He's trying to corner the champion. But the lighter Robinson forces Bobo toward mid-ring. But Bobo is pressing again. He hasn't let up since the opening bell. Watch Robbie dig a hard left to the midsection. But they'll fail to break cleanly, and Robbie draws a warning from referee Downey. Robinson definitely carries the heavier artillery, but he doesn't land a solid blow as Olson ducks and moves, finally tying up the champion. Robbie flurries again, landing a solid left hook before Olson ties him up. As round 4 draws to a close, Olson again applies the pressure. You're about to see Olson tag Robinson with a lead right as the champion backs towards the rope. Bobo's favorite maneuver is to corner his man and fire to the head and body with sharp combinations. Olson applying constant pressure, using his peculiar crab-like shuffle. Champion Sugar Ray in white trunks has to call on all his ring experience to use all the cunning at his disposal in order to ease the pressure of the tattooed man from the islands. Robbie's jabs are short as Olson avoids the champion's artillery. Bobo is a much improved boxer, and Robbie now realizes just how far Olson has come. See how Bobo gets into short range? He knows that Robinson needs room to punch, but he is determined to give the champion little quarter. Olson is starting to take the play away from Robinson in this round. At close quarters, Olson smothers Robinson's body blows. You'll see the challenger parry Ray's punches again and again throughout the fight. Bobo had the word mother tattooed on his left arm and a dragon on his right, so he would appear older and be eligible for a boxing license. All this was done while in his teens. At this point, Olson is coming on stronger. Robinson is trying to solve the youngster's style, but the champion knows he has a tough shell to crack. Olson goes in close again. He's like the incoming tide, a relentless challenger who's on his way up. In the final seconds of round 5, Robinson flurries without landing a solid punch. The first 5 rounds saw champion Sugar Ray and challenger Olson go at it hammer and tong. But in round 6, both men will slow down a bit. Robbie and Bobo will be pacing themselves in this frame. There are 10 rounds to go, and the man who finishes the stronger may well win the fight. Here's Robinson missing a right as Olson ducks under the blow. Bobo gets away from many punches by moving and ducking. His defenses are hard to crack, and Robinson is finding that out tonight. Olson still carrying the fight to the champion. Bobo's a rough challenger here at San Francisco's Civic Auditorium, and the fans are well pleased with his fearless attack. Olson about to throw a right to the jaw, but the blow doesn't land quite solidly. Now it's Robbie missing a right, and Olson forces him backward after tying him up. Both men are extremely cautious here, but ready to spring into action at the slightest sign of an opening. Watch this right uppercut by Ray. The champion is a fast puncher who depends on speed and maneuverability. Olson, on the other hand, is a slower-moving, more methodical boxer. Bobo fights out of a crouch, whereas Sugar Ray uses a more upright stance. It's a case of Olson trying to close in and Robinson doing his utmost to outmaneuver the pressing, crowding challenger. See Robinson missing the elusive Olson? Bobo has learned a few defensive tricks since the last time he fought Sugar Ray. But Robbie gets in some solid hooks as he forces Olson toward the ropes. But keep watching and see how Bobo switches positions, putting Robbie against the strands. Robinson calling on all his strategy in order to hold off the crowding Olson as we approach the end of round 6. Now you'll see another Olson round as Bobo comes on stronger, doing more punching and displaying a good left. Here come 2 good jabs by Olson before Ray ties up the challenger. Watch how Bobo will avoid Ray's left hooks. Olson pulls his head out of range, moving just enough to clear the punch. Robinson, keeping his right hand up near his chin, gets away from Olson's left hook. Bobo likes to punch in combinations, and he's at his best at short range. Notice that neither man lands a solid blow. Each has a strong defense pattern, but the action has been fast here in round 7. Watch Olson dig a left hook to the midsection. Keep your eye on Olson's right, for he's about to hit a low blow. Robbie is momentarily hurt, and Olson quickly apologizes. Referee Downey has them touch gloves and resume fighting. And he doesn't take the round away from Olson. Later in the dressing room, Robbie said the punch hurt a little, but added, those things happen. Olson is as clean a fighter as you'll ever see. Sugar Ray lands a left hook, but Bobo plods back to the attack. Olson tries a hard left and right, and Robinson flares back in his typical fashion. Again, Bobo presses in, apparently unhurt by Robinson's last flurry. Olson lands a good left hook to the head, and he'll land a right before the bell. In round 8, you'll see Olson continue to press and crowd. The challenger's strategy is to slow down Robinson with a combined attack to the head and body. Robinson, on the other hand, is looking for targets to land his lightning-like blows. But the champion needs more punching room than Olson is willing to give. Bobo smothers Robinson at close quarters. Robinson is one of the most adept fighters at throwing a punch while backpedaling. However, the champion's punches lack the old authority tonight, probably a result of his long layoff. Ray lands a stiff left to the body, but Olson ties him up quickly. That's an example of Bobo's smothering tactics. Watch Olson's right to the head sting Robinson into action. Robbie's machine gun-like punches can take the steam out of an opponent, but Olson is in top condition and determined to win the title. We've seen little of Robinson's rapier-like left hook tonight. Olson has been at close range throughout most of the fight. And here he is crowding again, looking for an opportunity to corner Robinson and to open up with his combinations. Bobo Olson has a broad back and strong shoulders, from where he generates his power. Robinson has long, flat, finely drawn muscles that enable him to move quickly. Olson blocks a left hook as he moves away from the punch. Bobo picks off many of the champion's punches with his arm, elbows, and gloves. Watch Sugar Ray land two good lefts before Olson ties him up. Another flurry by Ray, but his punches generally landed on arms and gloves. Sugar Ray looks a bit tired as we come to the end of round 8. After 8 rounds of fighting, you'll see Robinson slow down in round 9, while Olson continues to press his attack. Here's Robbie missing a right and a left, and Olson returns 2 left hooks to the body as the champion backtracks across the ring. Watch Bobo miss a hard right as Robbie leaps back, but Olson will force the champion to the ropes and land a solid right to the head. He'll land another before Sugar Ray ties him up. Olson is putting on more and more pressure here in round 9, and Robinson appears slightly tired. On the other hand, Bobo looks as fresh as when he started. Now watch Robinson rock Olson with a solid right to the head. That was one of the champion's best punches of the fight so far. Olson doesn't seem hurt, or he's coming in again. In the early rounds, Bobo started slowly, and now he's putting on more pressure. Olson has a reputation for finishing strong, but don't underrate the champion. Sugar Ray realizes that his early lead is evaporating, and it will be interesting to follow his maneuver in the closing rounds. Olson about to fire a left to the head, but Robinson cannot counterpunch as Bobo goes in and smothers him. Olson is an elusive target as Robbie misses a right and a left. After the fight, Robinson said he was disappointed in his timing, adding that he could feel the wind from his own misses. Olson's been pressuring since the opening bell. The question is, will he have enough endurance to maintain his punishing pace? Many experts felt that Robinson's layoff would sap his stamina for the late rounds. Watch this solid left hook by Robinson. So far, it's been a very close fight, but Olson will continue to do well in round 10. Since the 7th round, Bobo Olson has been chopping away at Sugar Ray's early lead. And in round 10, Olson will pile on more pressure. You notice that Olson is wasting little time in moving in on Ray. Bobo has confidence in his ability to become the new world's middleweight champion. And he has youth on his side, too. So far, there have been no knockdowns. Robinson's individual shots are heavier, while Olson depends on wearing a man down over a period of time. Robinson shows excellent footwork as he moves out of range. Outside the ring, the Sugar Man is an excellent dancer, and he believes in using smooth rhythms while boxing. There's that unorthodox crab-like shuffle again as Bobo carries the fight to the middleweight champion. See how Robinson moves away from this right? The champion is a master of ring maneuver and can adapt his strategy according to his needs at any moment. Watch Robbie land a left hook and a right while on the move. That's one of his favorite ring tactics. Here's Olson scoring with a good combination, and the champion gets away in a hurry. Olson turns to his defense as Robbie opens up, but much of the salvo was blocked. Sugar Ray throws